I grew up Valley Stream, Long Island, lived on the same street my whole life. And all of a sudden, my parents, without warning, say, we're moving to Florida. Right next door, there was a girl there, Kristen. She liked me more than a friend. She hooks me up with one of her friends. During that period, Kristen stopped talking to me. I pray, I said, God, please, I want to be able to talk to Kristen sooner than later. And I'm pulling in my neighborhood, and my mom said, Kristen got killed in a car accident. Now here, where it gets really interesting. So now it's time for me to leave back to New York. Now, before I go, I told Kristen's mom that I was heading up to New York and doing stand-up, and she was, I want to give you something. She wrote letters to you that she would never give to you unless you guys started being together. And she handed me those notes and the poems. And what? She said, Mom, I write these things, but it hurts. I don't want to ever show him. I don't want him to know how much I love him unless we start being together. And I realized at that moment, yes, our friendship was deep, but she truly loved me. She loved me. I stopped by her grave. I sat down. I said, Kristen, I'm doing stand-up. I'm heading to New York. I'm going for it. Thank you so much. You know, that last night we had together, how amazing was that it ended at least on a good note. And I didn't realize how much you really loved me, and I didn't realize how much you thought about me and cared. So I'm gonna ask a favor of you. I know I'm gonna make it. And I know you know that I know I'm gonna make it. And so with that said, can you do me a favor? Can you please find my wife before, like I wanna find a girl that loved me the way you would see it. Will you do that for me? Because I truly believe once I get up there, I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna trust any female after that if they truly love me or if they just love what I become in the entertainment world. I said, will you do that for me? You know, thank you, we had a little moment, thank you. The minute I got to Long Island, right, my friend Phil's house, I walk in the door, his mom goes, hey, the friend of yours, Dee, called from Florida or something? And I went, Dee? Now, I had a really good friend named Dee, but she was always dating someone and she was kind of in the circle. I can't be the same Dee. Well, it was a friend from the past. And it turned out to be like Kristen's friend's best friend. You know, she left Florida and I kind of lost touch, and I don't know, she's somehow Long Island. She's living on Long Island. By herself. And finally I call a little bit of attitude, like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's so good. I don't know anyone here. And just, it'd be great to just, you know, to talk about our friends. And I went, well, I'm here to become a stand-up comedian. So I'm just telling you right now, arm's length. And she's like, what do you mean a comedian? What do you, I'm like, no respect. No respect. She's like, you were funny, but you weren't that funny. That's what she said. And I said, I'll tell you what, if you want, you can come with me to a make me laugh contest, because I'm winning this. I know I'm gonna win it. I was very cocky, very confident. I said, I'll come pick you up. She went, you're never gonna figure out how to get to my place. Why don't I meet you at this gas station? How romantic. So I show up at the gas station and, you know, she's running late. What a shocker. I'm about to leave. And for some reason, funny how God works, the guy comes out of the gas station and he goes, Jim Breuer. And I turn around, it's a kid I went to college with in my acting class. And I go, hey, he's like, what are you doing here? And he goes, please come in and take my number. So he keeps me there. And I'm agitated because I want to leave because I don't want to even see her now because I'm angry that she's late. And I go in the stupid gas station and I'm writing the number down. And now walking in the doorway is Dee, who I'm supposed to meet. And on my life, I still see her in that doorway. Like a freaking glow. That's my wife. That's my wife. And, I won the contest. 6 months later, I'm engaged. And a year later, married. Still married to that same woman. Living life, television, all is good, crushing it. My first TV show in a couple months, the Uptown Comedy Club. I got to deal with NBC. I got to deal with ABC. I got Saturday Night Live, ping, pang, boom. And I believe it's around 2008, somewhere around there, I started writing a book. But as I'm writing the Kristen story in the book, I started thinking about Sean, our little brother. I could still feel his pain. I wonder if Sean knows everything that led up to his sister passing. I feel this will give him closure. This might heal some major wounds. It might heal wounds knowing that she told me to, you should really do stand-up. I ended up doing stand-up the night before. Our conversation, the kiss on the forehead. I wonder if that will help him heal and move on. This is crazy. I get a call of all people. Are you ready for this? The lead singer of AC/DC. All my life. I pick it up, and it's the singer of AC/DC. Hey, Jimmy, my son, how you doing, laddie? Listen, I'd love to have you come to Florida. And we've got this theater that my wife does, that she runs, and it's a benefit to keep the theater going. If you love to come down, and do stand-up. We'll fly you down and put you up and all this great stuff, my son. I was like, yeah, sure. So I'm flying to Florida, and I'm gonna be hanging out with, one of my idols, which, by the way, is hands down one of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my lifetime. The most humble, truthful, honest, kind human being. Now, before I go down there, I turn to my wife and I've got this pole, and I said, Dee, I know this sounds weird, but I feel like I'm going down to Florida for a whole different reason. She's like, well, maybe you should pray about it. I'm like, yeah. I'm on the plane and I'm thinking about it. I've got to go down and sing with the bands that I love, and AC/DC and the Cheap Trick and all these guys. This is going to be great. And as I'm going down, I went, Sean. I got to find Sean. I got to find Kristen's brother, Sean. I flew into Tampa. I drive to Sarasota, I do the event, and I drive early back to Palm Harbor, Florida to look for Sean. I have to tell him. And I have this drive where he's gonna be healed knowing some of this stuff. He's gonna have closure. I feel like he should know the story that led up to this. He should know these things. I go to his house, they're not home. I have no clue how to contact him. I don't have Kristen's mother's number. I have no clue how to contact him. So I'm bummed. How am I gonna find him? So I go to Tampa Airport and I'm there 3 hours early. I cannot be any more sincere or dead honest about what I'm about to tell you. I walked to the parking lot and I prayed. I said, God, I don't know how to contact Sean. I know you If you feel he needs to hear these stories and you feel the need that he needs this closure and this will help his life wherever he is, I don't know how to get in touch with him. If there's a way that it'll just happen, I trust you. I just finished the prayer and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna head to the gate and go eat. So I go walking in, I show the guy my ticket and I hear Breuer. And I was a fan. I'm waiting for someone to go, hey man, loved you as Gold Boy and Saturday Night Live. And hey man, I love the movie Half Baked. Fully man, got some Funyuns. And he goes, Breuer, Jim Breuer. And I go, hey, how you doing? I just did one of these. Hey, I'm not even looking. How you doing? He goes, it's Sean. Sean Pomeroy. It's Sean. It's Sean. I go walking back to where I give the ticket and the guy's like, hey, you can't go. Once you come through, you can't miss it. I went, Sean, what? Now I didn't recognize him. His hair was different. He was a little heavier at the time. And he goes, I was just flying in from Boston. I live in Boston. I just came off the plane. I said, dude, you gotta give me a number like right now. Like right now, you gotta take my number. And I went, it's Sean, if you knew the circumstances that led to this second, I don't even know how do you describe this moment? How do you describe this moment? To someone you haven't seen, like I said, I got a lot to tell you. I said, but I need to tell you in person. I need to tell you in person. He said, okay. And the guy's like, all right, come on, wrap this up. So he handed me his phone number. I gave him my phone number. I got on the trailer, flew home. A couple months later, I have a gig in Tampa. I go down there with Sean, please, can we hook up? Can we connect? I'd love to talk to you. I said, yeah. He comes in the dressing room and I told him the entire story that I just told you guys. And the pain came out of him. And he hugged me and we hugged for so long. And he said, you have no clue how I needed that. And I said, oh, I know how you needed that because I know. I just know you needed it. He told me to tell you. I didn't tell you, he told me to tell you. Now you can define that any way you want, from beginning to end. You can say, oh, that's all, the universe or coincidences. Whew, funny how God works.